There we are. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, we out here in the. Hey, dude, listen. I know that you didn't know this, but we got the weights now.
Oh.
Anytime you got it, I got my old weights back. Got the new Yeti chair. That's the Father's Day gift of 2020. If you ain't got the Yeti chair, go find one.
Where's the Yeti cup holder?
Got the cup holder's right here, dude. And then got the balls. And thanks to my boy Tom, got the endo board. Man, we're excited, man. And I already took my pre-workout and
you're already swiped
up, ready to go.
Man, I appreciate you making the time. And Honey Badger Nation, I've got my main man, Mr. Michael Reese, on with us, and I'm excited to dive into today's topic, which is how to segment your marketing strategy to maximize conversion. Mr. Reese, say hello to the Honey Badger Nation.
What's up, Honey Badgers?
Man, oh man. All right, brother, let's go. I got my notepad. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah. So let me share, one of the things that, and I'm just going to give this in, based upon what I shared with you, what me and Woods do every day. Right. Yep. And so I'll just give you kind of some context to the marketing mindset. So, and I feel awesome being able to talk to this community because I can talk about what I really do. So for us, I'm going to kind of, some people, they're focused on selling homes. Some people are focused on recruiting. Obviously, for me, I think that you have to have a goal, right? And so for us, we have a personal model. We go over that. And I would like to say that we do it every day. Back in the NAEA days and the Kinder Reese Real Estate Partners days, we did. I think once you start getting on smaller teams, you stop looking at that as much, maybe for some of the reasons, sometimes for different reasons. Sometimes it's not a fun meeting to go into. But I will tell you, this is all going to make sense because for us, we have really a handful of key audiences. And I'm not going to censor this because I don't have the luxury to normally. I usually have to talk about what I do and then talk about it in the way that people hear it. I rather just be fully transparent and tell, how I do it and then how I help other people apply it to their business. So for me, I spend a lot of my time on agent attraction, right? Yep. And so, and because of that, I have a handful of lists. I have a list of people who are in EXP and a list of people who are not in EXP. So for a real estate agent, you have a list of buyers and sellers. It's all the same. I'm able to cross over into both categories, but the principles is that segmentation, right? So I'm not going to go to a non-EXP agent and talk to them about an EXP opportunity. And I'm not going to go to an EXP agent and talk to them about an EXP opportunity. So that's called the situational opt-in. So right now, if you look, when I opt people in, a good place for you to go take a look at this is at newconstructionfunnel.com. You'll see right at the bottom of there, you'll see that, I asked them a couple questions using that survey opt-in. It's the same thing we're doing with the buyer survey. Right? We're opting people in and trying to really segment those people to align them to the offer. And I believe that you should always be segmenting your database. So you're segmenting really a handful of databases. So for us, one of them that when Woods came over today to hit the workout, we were talking about people who've watched our videos. Those are audiences of people that are pixel, right? One thing that we're seeing right now that Woods has been implementing with other people is a Facebook Messenger funnel. And so I remember we just had these 2 new trees put in and I was watering my trees and I was on the phone with Woods and he was like, dude, it's so funny, man. I just got off the phone with an agent and they were talking about, and I'm going to paraphrase, but it was like, man, Facebook doesn't work or something like that. And he's like, these agents, they just don't understand. Saying Facebook doesn't work is like, not true. First of all, Facebook, what are you doing? Are you buying a list of people who are going through a probate and uploading them with an offer directed after, people that have, are the executors of the estate? Are you going after divorcees? Are you going after the past 2 years of expireds? Are you going out into the random market? Are you uploading a database of your past clients? Are you targeting? Segmentation is all about who are you targeting and what problems do they have and what solutions are you bringing to the table and how are you getting that market's attention, right? And so right now, it's just a basic principle. And the truth is that I live it every single day. Every single day, I'm constantly, right now, our goals our internal goals are based upon a couple different audiences. You know, and if it were me, one audience, if I was in real estate right now, my first audience would be my farm, right? That'd be my first audience, because I don't think, and the reason why is because I believe you should be trying to build a personal brand and nailing a methodology. So my philosophy is it's easier to penetrate a market by being consistent, and the bigger the market, the harder it is to penetrate, because by definition, the biggest constraint is a budget. A budget is a constraint by definition. And so you don't want to do random intermittent, you know, offers where you can't get the mind share to get market share. And so for me, and I believe this is, you know, I just look at success principles, look at Russell Rhodes, you know, shit. John, if you wanted to
tell his story, because nobody really knows who he is.
Well, you're the story. You're Mr. Consistent. If you want to learn from anybody, it's you, Mr. Consistency. I mean, that's your superpower. Is like, once you start doing something, I mean, like, think about you running a Ironman. I mean, you know, if you want to change something in your life, remember that quote you had about that basketball player's mom? Remember?
Oh, geez, you're gonna make me forget. I had it written down on a board.
Like, you ain't nothing unless you do it consistently.
That's right. That was right. It was Kyle Korver's mom. She had, like, as in college or whatever, she scored like 73 points. Women's basketball back then, right? And the principle that she instilled into her kids essentially was, just kind of paraphrasing here, but that you're not great until you're consistent, right?
Period.
I scored 73, but I better do score 73 again tomorrow, and 73 again, right?
Yeah. So, like, when I try to teach people to be successful, look at my success. I was good with expireds. Hell no, I wasn't good with expireds. I was consistent with expireds. I consistently failed until I found something that worked, and I consistently improved and iterated on it. And the truth is that was a segment of a market that I posted, that I penetrated that market with a message that was compelling. So the real thing is you have to have a target market with the value proposition that's going to compel them to ask the one question: how does that work? And so when people don't have a compelling value proposition to get the target market to say, how does that work? And especially if it's not differentiated, it's going to be hard to get the attention. And that's the future. And so, you know, it's just interesting, you know, with Russell Rhodes, he sold 77 homes in one neighborhood, and he did it not because he was the best marketer. In fact, I would give him an F in marketing. I'd give him an A+ in consistency. You'd rather have an A+ in consistency, because, I mean, then at least you can start to win. You know, I think you want to have a strong marketing message, but Russell Rhodes, I think what he did was he consistently put proof on his market. So it wasn't that he consistently was validated with a value proposition that was so compelling that people called him. He just consistently proved that he could help people sell their home by demonstrating he helped other people in the neighborhood sell their home. And so, you know, I remember one time in San Francisco in 2005, we went to, you know, this coaching event that was out there, and we flew with Russell out there just coincidentally. And I sat down at dinner by the water in San Francisco with the guy who had the highest average commission. And he said, "You want to know how to increase your commission?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, you know, this guy that was what his claim to fame was. He was known. He was in Washington. And he said, you know, when you get your first high-end listing, consistently tell everybody about it. I don't care if it's 6 months or 8 months after you sold it until you get your next one. Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's the point, is that, you know, if you want to, you got to decide what market you want to talk to, and then get a compelling get a compelling message that will get them to reach out to you. What I see right now, you know, and this is just my personal belief, and I plugged it once, but I'm going to shamelessly plug it again, because Jay Abraham says, if you're selling water, you should sell 8 glasses, is I believe right now that where I'm seeing people get consistent results is with the new construction funnel. And the reason why is because I believe right now in that space, the people buying traffic are people that are actually promoting a neighborhood. So they're actually like promoting a neighborhood. So it's like, say that I'm Dries Homes and I'm promoting Newman Village. But that's not the people who are looking at new construction. They're looking for selection. We already know they want selection. They want to see all the homes. They want to know why they want. It feels to them like you have a selfish reason for them to go there, right? Oh yeah, Newman Village. Someone tell me about all the neighborhoods and all the incentives so I can really, save time, which is meaning give me it all on a sheet of paper, do the work for me. And so, that's what we're doing right now is we're bringing people in through a new construction funnel. We're using,
is that the URL? Mike,
newconstructionfunnel.com.
Perfect.
Yep. And we had almost 10 honey badgers, eight honey badgers sign up yesterday. But like Jay called me yesterday. Okay. So Jay gave me a list of names on Saturday. It was a list of 7 names that he wanted that were FLQAs or FLAs that he wanted to become FLQAs that he wanted me to help get up and running. So when I help them, I send them an email and they have to respond to my email for me to even go back because I want them to be engaged. I don't want to just help them and them not even know. And so 5 of the 7 emailed me back and one of them got up and running. Jay was here working out yesterday. He was like, dude, they met yesterday, or he either said yes, it was yesterday. They met either that day or the day before. He said she just got it up and she was driving home word for word. She already had 4 leads come in. Well, a new partner that's a new honey badger in here, Linda Dale. Hey, Linda Dale just joined us. She got hers up and running last week, and there was one little thing on her connection. So she was like, my ad spin's running. Hold on. She said my ad spin's running, but I'm not seeing my leads. So Woods jumped on with her, and she was like, oh, there they are. She just said it was just a training. It was just a little issue that they worked through real quick. And then he starts going through the leads that went in, and one of them went through the funnel, then became a lead on basically her IDX, her KV core. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I already talked to her," but she didn't make the connection because on that thank you page we put them into the search. So we bring them in through the funnel, but then we land them on the thank you page to be able to search on IDX. And whether it's a Boomtown or KV core is irrelevant. Now they're in your selection and you're nurturing those people. And man, dude, I'm telling you right now, I've never, ever in my entire life had a success rate of raving fans in anything that I've done as much as it has been as the new construction funnel. And I believe it's just because it's a starving audience. I just believe that it's one of those things that it could work for 6 months. It could work for 18 months. But man, why it's working, you need to get your pole in the water.
100%. Why? So unpack that a little bit. Why you think it's such a starving audience that people want, more new construction information?
Well, there just isn't any out there, first of all. So when you're right now, so we're not running on search, so we're running on Facebook, right? And so it's just that, nobody's running that offer. Builders are running on Google. When's the last time you've seen anything in your newsfeed about, you see things in your newsfeed about finding out what your home's worth. The thing about a new construction for our market, so Alex Piak, he's a honey badger. I was at Jay's on Saturday. Alex told me that he just closed. He was doing new construction. He said he has a commission coming in for 25 grand. He was like, dude, I only need 2 of those a month, right? and that was like a 5% commission. So the thing is that you have the on-site salesperson who's incentivized to help you sell the deal, right? So once you get them registered, you have somebody that's kind of following up and helping. And also a lot of the times they'll share information with them that they wouldn't share with you. And so I just feel like you have another person on the team that's trained. A lot of new construction is people who are in the area that are local area movers. So it's very unlikely that someone's moving to a new area and got 6 months to wait for the house to be built, right?
Right.
It's usually a lot of local area movers. So you're going to get a lot of listings. And so Steve Whitlock, Steve Whitlock?
Yeah.
So Steve Whitlock came on board. When did he come on board, Woods? About a month ago. Already capped, dude. First deal. Already capped. First deal capped. 3.2 million, dude. Silicon Valley, right? He just joined the Honey Badger group. And, the first thing we did when he came on board is got his new construction funnel up. And he got a listing off that too, didn't he?
Yeah, from shaking the trees. He sent the email to his database.
Oh, he sent the email to the database and shucked the trees to get it. So, there you go, right? It's an offer. Yep. So the whole philosophy is, nail an offer and then nail another offer, build an audience, and then rotate those offers. And that's really, what we're helping people with. And just so you know, let me talk about that real quick. An offer means, can you make an offer to a lender to partner with you as host beneficiary relationships? Yes. Can you make an offer to your past clients? Yes. Can you make an offer to your unconverted leads? Yes. Can you make an offer to everybody who visited your website in the last 30 days? Yes. Can you make an offer to expireds, for sell by owners? Those are offers, but you have to have compelling offers to make to those people. And what a lot of people do is they get overwhelmed. What you do is you start with one. You just start with one. And so what we were doing just specifically is we were helping people get one up like that brick. You remember Will Smith, lay one brick as perfectly as you can lay it, and then do that over and over and get a wall. And so right now what we were offering people is the ability to, build out their new construction funnel, not charge them a dime, get it up and running. And that's what we're excited about, but mainly because it's about the ability to deliver the promise, right? You want to be able to deliver that promise. I think people that are out there right now that have no strategy, that's just something to say, hey, that's what I'm looking for. If that's not your strategy, what I'm telling you is start with the segment. Okay, start with the segment. Here's the pros and cons. Expireds. Well, you're going to have to list them. You might be competing. It's a great place to start, but the home has to list and then it has to sell. That's a cash conversion cycle, right?
Yep.
That's all it is. It's not bad. It's good. You just need to do it a lot and build the pipeline. That's what I did, right? It's a great place to start. You'll get listings, and then listings will get phone calls. But if you need to get somebody who is going to be people buy on emotion and justify with logic. When you take someone out to a new construction,
they're emotionally attached.
Yeah, all you got to do is bring, if you get my wife, you actually get two salespeople, because now you get her and the sales guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, man. It is really, really powerful. Especially for us, living in this area where it's just booming and new construction. But I remember even back, in the Lawton days, right, where things were taking off and booming, and how, how great it was once affordable new construction moved into the market, and how emotionally excited everybody got. And it's really cool.
Yeah. And and just so you know, man, right now, I'll be honest, there's a new, what's Martin's last name?
Bankston.
Martin Bankston. Hit up Martin Bankston. And what's Chris's last name?
Palace.
Huh?
Palace.
Chris Palace. These are people texting us in Honey Badger. Martin Bankston, I can't even tell you how many deals he did. He literally said, y'all have changed. Don't misquote me. Y'all changed my life or my business. Yeah. I mean, these people are super happy. But with Martin, we executed the express offers funnel, which was actually the cash offer funnel. We got it up and running. He was beta, so it was a little clumsy. That's why I haven't offered it to a lot of people, because I'm not in charge of running traffic. But this last Saturday met with an additional resource. I've been texting the guy that's doing his. We just had to get it up at scale. And I don't want to tell somebody, hey, go put up a funnel if you can't get traffic. If I'm gonna help you get a funnel, I at least have to be able to have you traffic. Yeah, if you have a funnel there with nobody coming to it, it's not going to make any money. And so the truth is now I feel like we have the cash offer dialed in. And what I mean dialed in is, we did all the keyword research. So I'll just give you a little lesson learned. There's not enough search traffic out there for people to buy my home for cash. That's not the search traffic. The search traffic is sell my home fast, right? That's almost like, I'm just going to shoot from the hip. Let's say 15x. I remember what the number was that he told me on the higher one, but I don't know. But a guy named Richard, who, manages search traffic for car dealerships around North America, he came over on Saturday. We started, because we've been doing nothing but Facebook. But you remember when Woods nailed that down payment, assistance, where we were able to, like Steven Olson in Utah is netting is he netting 100,000?
110,000 a month.
Netting 110,000 a month. He was the biggest spender ever. And when we dissolved downpayment.org, he's still doing it. He's still working with Richard to run his ads, and he's netting about 110 a month. And he's hitting these people with solar, and the loan, dude. It's his core business, right? And he was just a normal agent, and now he's netting 100. I mean, he's one of the only people I know that nets that kind of money with the smooth operation on one funnel directed at one target audience. And so did 100 transactions his second year in the business after, and he was one of the people that came through downpayment.org, took one funnel, iterated, didn't get to where this doesn't work. He just iterated. And when we dissolved the business back in April of last year, the final kind of wrap up of that with the goal of going to the new strategy we haven't announced. But when we dissolved it, we just, he was the biggest spender ever. And and that turned into him coming over to EXP on a phone call and one conversation. And so the cool thing about this is that when you learn these things about segmenting, whether it's just, here's what I want to say. This is Jim Cramer. There's always a bull market somewhere, right? Remember Jim Cramer? And I'm going to help you find it. Listen, in every market, there's always a funnel that'll work somewhere. Our job is to help you find it. And don't think of Facebook as a funnel. Facebook is just a traffic source. Your job is to get a testing budget. You should have an unlimited testing budget for things that work. Your job is to find something that works. And that's what we're here. And we're working on every day behind the scenes up in the Hit Factory, is tapping into these funnels and then coming out and sharing them with you and taking all the risks. Because, right now we're literally bringing on to people on new construction, personally building it all out. They're not even out $1. And if it doesn't work for them, and if they have to do their part in the first 2 weeks, but if it doesn't work, they can move on and we wasted a bunch of time. But if it does, they at least, what's the lifetime value of a funnel that produces you 2 or 3 deals a month for the next 2 years? You can't quantify it.
Yep.
Right. So you got to increase your decisions and you got to work on high revenue generating activities. A revenue generating activity is called working on marketing, not putting out signs, not servicing a sale. It's revenue generating activities. Well, how many people are coming to your website right now? Which percentage of those people are converting? And if you're not doing deals from social media and online, you need to get a strategy, because that stuff ain't going nowhere. People are spending their time online. You got to find out a way to compel them to reach out to you so that you can be the subject matter expert when it comes to their desire to find an expert to help them with the real estate transaction, whether that's buying a new construction or selling a house because of their unfortunate circumstance, if they're going through a divorce. You got to be out there, and there's no reason to shoot a video and put it on social media if you don't have a call to action, right? So go to newconstructionfunnel.com.
Give that. That was great. A lot of stuff there. I can tell the pre-workout is on fire, but there was a lot of key things there. And I want to go back to, the very beginning that you said, that I'm sure most people didn't pick up on, is like, what's the goal, right? What are we trying to accomplish? And being clear that we're clear on that before, diving into some rabbit hole if we're not clear on what the goal is.
Yeah, you got to know the goal. The first goal is this: tell me what your website's converting at. Because if I can take your current traffic and triple the conversion, then bada bing. My kids think I'm a magician. I swear to you, I make like Kinder eggs appear in hats and stuff. It's not a magician. If your site is currently converting, and I'll tell you a statistic. I don't know if I got it right here, but I'll give you a stat right here. So the source is in investspcro.com. Average landing page conversion right now, conversion rates by industry is 2.35%. And I find that to be true, but not a funnel. Not a funnel. That's a landing page average. But when you have a funnel, you can get that conversion up to be considerably higher because of that message to market match, right? And so I think that's the difference of, having a website and a funnel, right?
Right.
And, I see a lot of people doing a lot of things right. Let's say you have, do you have testimonials? I got a buddy that I would say that from afar we kind of mentored for the last 3 years. I think he would give us credit for helping him build a marketing sales process. But I got into his funnel yesterday. I was super proud of him, super proud. He had like 19 testimonials all back to back in a row, you know, right there on his lander. I was like, there you go. There you go. Never enough proof. You know, in fact, it was the first thing I said to Woods when he walked in. I was like, man, we got to get some proof. When Woods walked up, he was on the phone scheduling a testimonial call. So are you getting those testimonials? And,
great point.
And so those are the types of things that, you know, those are the types of things when people don't choose you, they don't believe you. And going back to the original thing, right things, right order, I think it's before you engineer breakthroughs, first maximize what you're already doing. That's J. Abraham 101. What I'm saying is let's maximize your database. Let's get a quiz funnel. Let's get a new construction funnel. Let's email your database and survey funnel. Let's shake the trees, right? Let's communicate to them. Let's retarget them with proof before we go out into the cold market where nobody knows us and try to, you know, pull that person, you know, all the way up to knowing us, liking us, trusting us, and hoping that their timing and motivation is right. Let's start with our database. Let's segment it. Let's communicate to it, right?
I love that. I love that. So what, and most people, you know, tuning in, I mean, obviously, you know, there's a handful that are really focused on, you know, agent attraction, right? Like you said, EXP or not EXP. And then, you know, would you segment that out any more, like not EXP to their production levels, to know how to communicate with them?
Yeah. So yeah. So first of all, how many people did we recruit from LinkedIn today? This month, in June, right now. Do you get the email, the EOD from Andre?
I do. I didn't see it this morning.
It's 2. We got 2 so far in June. 4 last month. 22 from June 1st to June 1st of last year to June 1st of this year. 53 working hot and over 300 conversations. We're doing that workshop. When is it? It's Tuesday. Next Tuesday, you can go. And I'm not trying to just hit, but next Tuesday, we're gonna be walking through. We worked with Andre, kind of went through the process, all of the content stuff. But you can go to michaelreeseteam.com/attract link. Attract link, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
What? You just what?
I gotta set that up. I'll switch it out right now.
Yeah. Okay, he's switching it out right now. But you can go there, and we're going to be walking people through that. And here's what I mean by that. First of all, hear me out. This is Honey Badger. This is like my favorite thing to talk about because this is what I do every day. You got to be building your audience of agents, right? An audience of agents that pay you with attention, no different than the buyer or seller. And so, you know, right now, I think that that's where most agents' bottlenecks are. And so what we're doing is we're kind of introducing people. You can't share your screen on here, can you?
Yeah, you can. Down in the bottom, if you'll just hit share screen, you'll be able to share the screen.
You want me to share my screen?
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic for everybody. I think that'll help them get an understanding because, you know, I think that's where they get lost. They try to speak a certain message to the wrong audience. And so being able to help them segment through their database so they know the right offer that they're able to give. So any more context, any more clarity that you can give to get them started, right? Because I think that's where a lot of people, like you said, get stuck. They overthink it and they get paralyzed and they just don't take action.
Okay, let me. So I'll share my screen.
Okay.
You want me, so what do you want me to talk about? What we're doing? I can plug the LinkedIn show. I can't really. That's what we're doing on Thursday. I can show them a little video that talks to it, or I can just.
Let's go that. I think that's very, because you're talking about where's the audience, right? And so I think this is important.
All right. Well, let me show you this then. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I just got to pull this up. You already hit your workout today?
I hit all 3 of them today.
Damn, son.
Lifted, got in the water for the first time in the last 4 months, first time in the water. Oh man, wasn't moving very fast. And then got my vest walk in. So
did you? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me just 1 second. All right, I was asking Woods if he did something. Sorry.
No worries.
I have a little video link that I text to people, but I just clicked it and it's not working. So I don't know how I'm going to show you this video. Give me 1 second. It's broken. So maybe we can come back to that. I don't know how to show you the video. It should work because I texted it to a bunch of people. But Oh, there it is. It got it. Got it. Look at that. You know what we call that? Consistency. All right. So let me share this screen.
Just share it. Yep.
I'm going to hit share. We'll automatically grab the audio. Some screens share audio. Look for share audio. Should work. Your audio from Chrome tab works best. Sharing audio from Chrome tab. I don't know how to do that. So, boom. Oh, Chrome tab. There it is. We ain't gonna mess with that. Oh, here it is. There we go. Look at that. Boom. There is a. All right. Can you see my screen?
2 seconds. There we are. We are all set.
All right. Well, I lost the video. Where'd it go? Here we go. So I'm going to share this with you, okay?
Perfect.
Let me be the first to thank you for your interest in Attract Link Marketing and our one-of-a-kind, done-for-you social media content marketing strategy, which is for agents who are tired of the status quo cold market recruiting approach that results in you chasing agents and begging them to listen to the opportunity that you're excited about, requiring relentless follow-up and leading to many awkward conversations, or for some, even worse, having nobody to even share the opportunity with. So a social media content marketing strategy is for anyone who is seeking new relationships, built on the foundation of permission-based marketing, where you can define the type of agents you're looking for, select their background, skills, and experiences, and have the Attract Link team manage your LinkedIn profile and team up warm conversations between you and your ideal recruits. A social media content marketing strategy is about helping you build a personal brand where you're recognized as a thought leader, so you can attract agents that know, like, and trust you. At Attract Link, our team provides daily social exposures, which opens up agent attraction scalability. You get to feel the joyful relief when the blocking and tackling of all your social recruiting income producing activities are getting done for you on a daily basis. Now, let's spend a minute unpacking how social media changed the dynamics of the traditional recruiting model, granting any agent an equal opportunity for attracting the attention of other agents who are interested in learning a better way to grow their business. Over the years, for whatever reason, local agents have gone from enthusiastically willing to hear about new brokerage models to sympathetically willing to hear about it, to unsympathetically not willing to hear about it, to where we are today, where they've been indoctrinated to be offended if you even ask them to take a look at a new brokerage model. And this is a major dilemma for an industry whose recruiting strategy depends on offering agents lower splits or bigger corner offices. And how did it get to this point? Well, there are a number of different theories out there, and you can either spend your time trying to figure it all out, or you can move in a new direction with a new strategy. The truth is, there's an unprecedented opportunity to succeed in attracting agents for anyone who's just willing to look at building a warm audience through a different lens. We're talking about expanding your existing warm relationships with new connections. This strategy is about systemically building an audience of agents who over time get to know, like, and trust you and begin to look at you as a true thought leader. You see, there are plenty of agents out there who are looking for a better way to build their business. You just need a strategy to find them. According to the National Association of Realtors member profile, the median tenure of realtors with their current company decreased from 5 years to 3 years after being at 7 years in 2013. With agents' numbers up and their loyalty to a broker thinning, attracting agents is now easier than ever before. The concept of agent attraction makes perfect sense, but people need a strategy more than just being told to make a list of their friends and family to succeed. Getting other agents to consistently reach out to you about an opportunity has only been a reality to a select few. And that makes most of the would-be agent attractors stay on the sidelines. Attract Link's social media content marketing strategy is going to help you unlock the floodgates because your message brings a desirable, value-first strategy to build your organization. They will reach out to you because of our fanatical consistency. So how is all this going to look for you once you get started with us? Well, I ask you consider for a second what 10xing your agent attraction results would look like. First and foremost, you'll develop a sense of pride as we help develop your personal brand by posting thought leadership content daily into your LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter feeds. Then imagine handpicking your ideal prospects, like what they're skilled at, and then having a process to filter out everyone except only the agents who self-select to hear more about your opportunity. And you'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief, knowing that all the basic blocking and tackling is being done on your behalf by our team, from sending connection invites, rapport building messages, and valuable content, which all leads to taking the conversation offline and moving them closer to being a part of your team. And all this is done with fanatical consistency, which produces about 50 new connections per week being added to your database, of which a handful will express interest in hearing about your opportunity immediately. And our team is open.
You there?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna stop it there. I can share the video with anybody, but can you see me still?
Yep, I got you.
All right, so I'll show you. So what happens is it's actually a live person who's making these connections, and they've been doing this. They've been doing it for, you know, I'm sure they've been working for you. And the truth is, about a year ago, when we were in Vegas, one of the biggest attractors came up and told us, "Hey, listen, man, I started doing this on LinkedIn. It's been working. Don't tell anybody about it, but y'all should do it too." And because I'm kind of a systems guy, I went out and I know the problems that existed inside that system, and so we went to an industry kind of leader and someone that was providing that type of service outside of our industry, but something similar, and started working and kind of walking through our workflow and stuff like that. And I think what we've been able to come up with is something not only comparable to what we were doing, but way better. And from, you know, having a person be able to, what the net effect is for someone like me and you is we have 50 agents every week added to our database who we're now commenting, liking, and engaging with on LinkedIn. And we have compelling calls to actions. And I mean, I can show you I'll give you one little last kind of sneak peek here. Give me 1 second. This will help you see. We bring it all into a system. Let me share my screen one last time real quick.
You got it.
Boom. Boom. So we bring it into a system, right? Like this. Can you see this screen?
Mm-hmm.
And this is Levi's. So here's Levi's, right? And these are all his LinkedIn's, right? So he has new connections. They move to direct message. And this is a pipeline, right? And I can go into any of these contacts and boom, you know, I can look at the new connections. I can see who it is, when they were formed. You know, I can bring in that. It depends on the person, right? So I'll give you an example, like this person right here. Obviously, this is one of the things we're using is a survey, right? So remember, this person's getting an item of value, and whoops, you don't want to do that. This person's getting an item of value, and we're ending with an email address, and they're getting, eventually they're asked if they would take this partnership opportunity survey, and they're doing it, and then through there, that's kind of our transition into the offer, and it's pretty slick. And the cool thing about it is it works. And so just like in anything in real estate, if you know what you're willing to spend to acquire a customer, right? Your customer acquisition cost. Woods is on the golf cart. I told him there's another Yeti chair right here. I was like, where you going, Woods? Look at him. He's going places.
He's taking off on the go.
He's taking off. But yeah, so so the point is that for most of my partners that I'm partnering with, they don't have anybody to make the offer to. And so I was just trying to solve the root of that problem. And I know that they're not going to do all that stuff on their own. And so I was trying to create systems in place that allowed you to have the drag and drop pipelines, which we call as a sales process, while balancing what's allowed and not allowed. You can't go, spam somebody about an opportunity. That's not what this is about. This is about permission-based content marketing, and getting permission to be able to present that opportunity, right? And so, yeah, that's what I'm excited about. And I think your question is how am I helping? When I'm working with an agent, if a person comes into my funnel and they're EXP, that's something that I can help them with, versus, some of the times I can help them with a new construction funnel, and sometimes they're not at EXP, and I can help those agents by introducing them to the opportunity. So those are my segments and my audiences, if that makes sense.
I love it. It absolutely does. And my main man, Matt Durbin there, asking, man, where do I sign up?
Man, so the only thing you can sign up for is you're going to be able to sign up for, is it going to be attractlink.com/demo?
No, it's michaelreese.com/attractlink.
Okay, so they'll just go to michaelreese.com/attractlink.
Okay.
And that will allow them to register for the very first, so our philosophy is really, because this is real people. This isn't automation, some bot, like people are doing. When you kind of see what we're doing and people posting on your behalf and all of that, we're going to be probably 10 people the first week, 20 the second week. And we're going to be presenting that Tuesday, I think at 2:00, right? Mm-hmm. Tuesday at 2. And so they can get signed up by going over there. Yeah, and that's one easy way to get signed up.
So just throw that, so I can throw that there. michaelreesteam.com attractlink.
Yep. You know who took that picture?
Was that you that ended up taking? I think
Yep.
you did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite pictures of all time.
It was a great picture.
Man, what a great day too. That was a great sunset.
Man, I would love. I can't. Are we going back? Yes or no?
September, we are in.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get with
St.
you.
Thomas.
I'm gonna get a boat, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. September, we're going to St. Thomas.
There you go.
That was the Keys. That picture was in the Keys, but. Brother, I appreciate you jumping in. I mean, I know you've been working like a madman and trying to solve the problems, and really just trying to help these honey badgers and many more continue to reach their goals.
Yeah, I like the cool thing about it is when you have compelling offers and you have the right audience, you don't have to chase. People will reach out to you and say, tell me more. And that's really I think that, that's the art of this. If you're not leveraging instant Facebook Messenger, if you're not leveraging marketing funnels, if you're not leveraging social media and Facebook, you have to start with an audience. Get an audience, a target, get one up, get something converting where you can put in nickels and dimes and quarters. And I know people say that, but truly pull out dollars. And then get a second one. We call them oil wells. And then a third one. And guys, listen, I don't care who you are. I ain't seen a successful business without customers. We can do everything right, but not learn how to get customers. We could dissect any top agent in the world, and I guarantee you they have 4, 5, 6 things that are working really well. They might have, and principally they might have an ISA, which is a demand generation strategy, going after the expired and visible market, which makes up 80% of that success. It's that 80-20 principle. They might have, a boomtown where they have, a home search lead, but they just love to show homes all the time, and they work really, really hard, but still they're selling more than anybody else in their office. My suggestion is, design the business that you want, identify, the pros and cons of the different audiences, understand the cash conversion, and win before you start. Get some assumptions in place, like John brought up. It comes back to the goal. If I was in real estate, I would rather personally, I would probably be going after the cash offer funnel. A little bit more expensive of a lead, short cash conversion cycle because they want to offer now. I'd have my investor network, which like I did my first year, where Derek Hardis and Steve Rich and Jake Sharp bought almost 20 homes combined between those two people. All I had to do was find the deal. And that was, find the deal, we'll close in 2 weeks. I like that type of stuff. And then sometimes I get to get the listing and resell it, right?
Yep.
And so, just work smarter, not harder. And just remember, every problem has a solution, and marketing can solve most of your problems. Unless if money solves your problems, you don't have a real problem, but we'll kind of set that one aside. And then, but if you have a problem in your business, typically, a good marketing funnel would solve it. And so it's just ask a better question, that would be my suggestion.
I love it.
And segment, start with the database, right? Let's what offers can we roll through that database every week? Shake the trees.
Yeah. Throw it out there. I love it, brother, man. I appreciate you and just absolutely pouring value into our Honey Badger Nation community. Awesome, guys. Right. Make sure you guys give Mr. Reese some love. Check out those links. And if you have any questions, let us know, and we will see you on the next episode.
Or at the lake.